Our next presentation will be by Bruce Rosenblatt, and he will be presenting the Vice Admiral Jerry Land Medal to Joseph J. Cuneo. Bruce?
Thank you, Keith. Mr. President, fellow members and guests, it is with the greatest of pleasure that I make this presentation of the 2010 Vice Admiral Emery Scott Land Medal for outstanding accomplishment in the Marine field to my good friend, Mr. Joseph J. Cuneo. Jerry Land, a remarkably able and energetic man, had a distinguished naval career, but is perhaps better known for his accomplishments following his naval career. In the interest of this nation's safety, in 1937, President Roosevelt twisted his arm to retire from the U.S. Navy and appoint him Czar of American shipbuilding, immediately giving him the responsibility to strengthen the American merchant marine. Under his leadership, American shipyards built more than 5,000 ocean-going merchant ships, which helped bring the brave men and women, supplies, and military power overseas to the various front lines. Above and beyond these extraordinary efforts, he served as president of this society. Sparked by Admiral Land's lifetime of outstanding achievements, in 1952, the SNAMI Executive Committee further enhanced his legacy by establishing this award in his honor. There is no doubt that Admiral Land would be pleased to see Joe Cuneo receive this medal that bears his name. It is not my intent to review the material about Joe printed in the banquet program, but I wonder, might there be some of you who don't really know Joe? No doubt. But if you are amongst who I assume are the very few that have not heard of Joe Cuneo, or more importantly, his accomplishments, my only question to you is, where the heck have you been? Seriously, have you been at sea without a port call for the last 50 years? The Land Medal is given for outstanding accomplishment in the Marine field, but does one not get extra credit when the accomplishments are proven over and over and over again, and in most sectors of the marine industry? Unfortunately not. But regardless, it's plain to see that Joe Cuneo's accomplishments are far-reaching and from A to Z in the marine industry. For instance, do you know anyone else who has held senior leadership positions in marine consultancies and has held senior leadership positions in our country's leading naval architecture firms, and has held senior leadership positions on the governing board of one of the world's finest schools of naval architecture and marine engineering, and not only held senior leadership positions in professional societies, but founded one, and not only held senior leadership positions in shipping companies, but founded one of them too. Those are enough accomplishments for a boatload of men, but it's truly hard to believe that one man can have experienced such a breadth and depth of accomplishments. Why has Joe Cuneo been able to accomplish so much? It's quite simple, and I've already mentioned the word many times. It's leadership. Joe's Webb and Harvard credentials, supported by his truly amazing management skills and his passion for all things maritime, have allowed Joe to accomplish all he has and positively touch so many areas of the marine industry. I, as have many of you, have had the pleasure of working with Joe both in SNAMI and on the Board of Trustees of Webb Institute. I have seen firsthand his love for Webb and what Webb has done and continues to do in providing the highest quality undergraduate education for naval architects and marine engineers. Joe has been connected to the school since he began as a student over 5 decades ago, and I see no easing of enthusiasm in his support for all things Webb. Joe Cuneo's accomplishments and industry leadership have rarely been equaled. His accomplishments perfectly exemplify what past Navy members had in mind when he established this award in Admiral Land's honor, and I am so pleased that this honor is being bestowed on this deserving candidate. Joe?
Either side, we have to be with this fellow, I guess. Thank you.